5 alien commanders bragged about their unbeatable battleships, until humans showed them a power they never imagined. The galaxy was alive with rumors of 5 alien commanders, each believing their battleship was the most powerful in existence. Zorak, Lyran, Thalor, Vectra, and Quarn had gathered in a neutral sector to show off their ships. They glowed under distant stars, massive, heavily armed, and seemingly invincible. Each of them wanted to prove they were superior, and none had ever seen humans in battle. Zorak's voice boomed across space, proud and confident. "No one can match my firepower, my shields, or my speed. I will leave all of you in dust." Lyran snorted, showing no fear. "That is easy to say. My ship has survived entire fleets and no one has ever harmed it. You will see who is truly strong." Thalor, Vectra, and Quarn joined in, each claiming their battleships could destroy planets or outmaneuver any attacker. They laughed and exchanged challenges, their voices dripping with arrogance. They believed the gathering was the ultimate display of power, and that no one could challenge them. Little did they know that a human fleet was moving silently toward their location, unseen on any radar, invisible until it was too late. Captain Ethan Hayes stood on the bridge of the human lead ship, calm and focused. Beside him, Commander Lily Moore watched the stars, calculating every possible move. Their ship was smaller than the alien battleships, but it was built for unpredictability, speed, and tactical advantage. Ethan leaned slightly toward Lily and whispered, "Let them believe we are weak. Wait for the moment we strike and it will surprise them." The crew worked quietly around them, checking systems, testing weapons, running simulations in real time. They were ready for what was coming. Meanwhile, the aliens continued to boast, unaware of the humans approaching. They scanned the empty space ahead and reported faint readings of smaller ships, dismissing them as unimportant escorts. "Do you see that?" Quarn asked, pointing at the tiny blips on his display. "These are insignificant. No matter, we will still show our power." But something in the readings unsettled him, a slight irregularity that he could not explain. The humans moved closer, invisible to most sensors. Ethan issued silent commands to the crew, and the ships adjusted their positions, lining up in formations that the aliens could not predict. The alien commanders continued their loud boasting, trying to intimidate one another as much as any unseen opponent. Vectra laughed. "Even if humans are nearby, they cannot hope to compete. Look at our strength, our technology, our weapons. We are gods here." Thalor added, "Our shields can absorb anything. Our engines can outrun any threat. We are untouchable." Lyran's eyes narrowed as he studied the approaching ships. There was something unusual about them, a movement that did not follow normal rules. He whispered to the others, "These ships, they are moving strangely, almost like they know where we will strike." Zorak waved him off, confident. "Ha! Do not worry, nothing can harm us. Humans or not, they are irrelevant." The 5 alien commanders ignored the growing tension and focused on demonstrating their ship's capabilities. Energy cannons glowed, shields flared, and engines hummed like giant predators in space. Their confidence filled the void between stars, and their arrogance blinded them to the humans' silent approach. On the human side, Ethan gave precise instructions, and the crew responded in perfect coordination. The ships weaved through space, scanning the aliens, calculating their speed, angles, and weak points. Lily Moore observed the alien ships closely, noting their formations, weapon ranges, and possible vulnerabilities. She leaned over Ethan, whispering, "They are confident. They believe they control everything. That is good. Confidence is dangerous when it is blind." Ethan nodded, and the humans continued to move as one unit, preparing for a display of speed, strategy, and technology the aliens could not anticipate. As they closed the distance, the alien sensors picked up the humans' energy signatures more clearly. Zorak frowned. "Their shields, they are unusual. Something is wrong here." Lyran, still skeptical, said, "Perhaps it is a trick. Perhaps they are hiding something small. We should attack to find out." Thalor was eager to strike, and Vectra agreed. Even Quarn, usually quiet, felt a twinge of unease. But their pride prevented them from acknowledging fear. The aliens began, adjusting their positions, forming a semicircle to encircle the humans. They assumed this would give them control of the battle and allow them to display superiority. The humans, however, had no intention of starting a fight immediately. They allowed themselves to be observed, their ships moving smoothly, almost like dancers, anticipating alien scans slipping in and out of their radar in ways the aliens could not predict. Zorak scowled. Why are they not responding? They should fear us. Every species fears us. Lyran shook his head. There is something different about them. I do not understand. Thaler pressed his fingers against the control panels, checking systems, making rapid calculations, yet every reading confused him more. Vectra finally admitted almost quietly, perhaps we underestimated them. They are not like any species I have faced. Quarn remained silent, though his eyes betrayed his anxiety. The humans continued to close the distance, but their movements were unpredictable, tactical, and precise. Small drones detached from the lead ship and darted through the void, testing alien defenses without aggression, merely observing and probing for weaknesses. The aliens' confidence began to waver. They had never faced a species that could move and adapt with such fluidity and coordination. Zorak clenched his fists. Prepare weapons. Let us show them the consequences of arrogance. The humans, however, remained calm. They knew the battle had already begun, even if the aliens did not understand it yet. Every sensor reading, every maneuver, every silent adjustment was a signal to the aliens. These humans were not ordinary, and underestimating them would be their first mistake. As the fleets approached each other, the tension in space became almost tangible. The alien commanders, once full of pride, began to feel an unfamiliar emotion, doubt. Yet they could not admit it, for to do so would be shame. Ethan Hayes watched the alien fleet, his hands steady on the controls. Soon, he said softly, they will realize size and guns do not make a fleet unbeatable. Our skill, our speed, and our strategy will speak for us. Lily Moore smiled slightly, and they will never forget it. The stars stretched endlessly around them, silent witnesses to the approaching storm. The human ships glided forward, ready to reveal a level of power and ingenuity the aliens could never have imagined. The 5 alien commanders still boasted loudly, yet now, a seed of fear had been planted. They were about to learn that humans were not just another species to be dismissed, and that arrogance could be the deadliest weakness of all. The alien commanders felt the first real stirrings of fear as the humans continued their strange, unpredictable maneuvers. Zorak's hands flew over his control panels, attempting to adjust the targeting arrays that refused to lock on. Lyran muttered, "This cannot be real. Every shot misses. Every move they make is precise beyond logic." Thaler slammed his fist on the console, frustration and disbelief mixing in his voice. "No ship should be able to evade our weapons like this. Impossible." Vectra's eyes narrowed, scanning the human fleet for any sign of weakness. "They are moving faster than our calculations allow." "How can this be?" Quarn, usually calm and silent, spoke in a low, anxious tone. "They anticipate everything. We cannot match them with raw power alone." The 5 alien commanders tried to coordinate an attack, forming a tighter formation to encircle the humans, but every attempt to anticipate their movements failed. Ethan Hayes, calm and focused, watched the alien ships struggle through the view screen. Beside him, Lily Moore whispered, "They think force alone will win. We will show them intelligence, timing, and precision." With a nod from Ethan, the human fleet began a coordinated display of movement and strategy that left the aliens scrambling. Drones detached from the main ships moving at impossible speeds, scanning for weak points while other ships shifted in and out of formations faster than alien sensors could track. Zorak shouted over comms, "Concentrate fire on that ship. Destroy it immediately." The humans, however, anticipated the move, adjusting positions just in time to avoid a direct hit. Thaler's voice trembled with frustration. "We are being toyed with. This is not possible." Lyran scanned frantically. "Weapons are ineffective. Their shields adapt instantly. How do they do this?" Vectra pressed buttons and switches, but every adjustment failed to produce results. Even Quarn looked pale, unable to believe the human speed, accuracy, and coordination. Ethan gave a calm command to the fleet, and the human ships began a series of small, controlled strikes. Not meant to destroy, but enough to test alien defenses, probing for vulnerabilities in shields, engines, and weapon systems. Each pulse, each lightspeed maneuver caused minor disruptions in the alien ships, shaking confidence and instilling doubt. Zorak gritted his teeth, shields dropping. This cannot be. How can a smaller ship cause this much damage? Lyran's voice shook. They are learning our moves. They anticipate every attack. This is beyond anything we have encountered. Thalor's frustration reached a peak. Our ships are unmatched. How is this happening? Vectra said nothing, her mind racing for any explanation, yet finding none. Korn whispered, we misjudged them. Humans are not just another species. They are extraordinary. The human fleet moved with calculated precision, slipping between the alien ships, using angles and speed that no conventional tactics could predict. Small drones darted in and out, striking sensors and engines, then retreating before retaliation could come. Ethan watched the chaos unfold, calm as ever. Lily Moore directed the movements of the drones and smaller ships, ensuring that each strike maximized pressure without risking exposure. The aliens tried to fire together, concentrating beams of energy toward the humans, but every shot was dodged, reflected, or absorbed in ways their weapons systems had never calculated. Zorak's voice broke with anger. How are they doing this? Nothing should survive us like this. Lyran pounded the console, shields failing, weapons failing. Their ships. They are ghosts. Thalor groaned. This is absurd. Our pride is worthless here. Vectra's eyes darted across the display, tracking movements that defied logic. Every attack we make is predicted. Every defense we deploy is useless. Korn, finally speaking with fear, said, we should have prepared more. They are not ordinary. We underestimated them. The humans continued to probe, testing the aliens' patience and control. Every failed attack, every unexpected maneuver increased the tension within the alien fleet. The 5 commanders were no longer boasting. They were scrambling. Zorak barked orders that no one could follow quickly enough. Lyran tried to stabilize his systems while under constant stress. Thalor's pride made him fight desperately, yet every strike was countered. Vectra struggled to maintain formation while the human ship slipped through the smallest gaps. Korn's ship had minor malfunctions from the precise strikes of the human drones, shaking even his calm composure. Ethan gave a single command, and the human fleet executed a series of synchronized maneuvers that surrounded the aliens in a net of confusion. Small, fast-moving crafts weaved between the alien ships, hitting weak points and vanishing before retaliation could come. The aliens had never faced an enemy so unorthodox. Zorak shouted, no ship can survive this. Nothing in history has ever done this to us. Lyran's hand shook. Every system is failing. Shields are unstable. Weapons are unresponsive. They are everywhere at once. Thalor banged on his console. How is this possible? We are supposed to be the strongest. Vectra whispered to herself. We are outmatched, not by size or firepower, but by skill we cannot comprehend. Korn's face was pale, voice low. Humans, they are unpredictable. That is their power. The human fleet continued to flow, striking only where necessary, never reckless, yet always keeping the aliens off balance. Ethan's calm voice reached the crew. Precision and patience. We move as one, think as one. Let them tire themselves out. Lily Moore smiled faintly, watching the confusion grow. We do not even need to attack fully yet. They are already faltering. Minutes passed like hours as the humans maintained perfect control over the battle without firing a full assault. The aliens, on the other hand, were exhausted, frustrated, and fearful. Their confidence shattered. Zorak muttered, we underestimated them. This is different, Lyran admitted quietly. They are not like any enemy we have faced. Not even close. Thalor's pride struggled to remain intact. Our power, it means nothing here. Vectra's voice was tight, tense. We cannot predict them. We cannot control this. Korn whispered again. They are beyond what we imagined. We misjudged humans, and now we see the cost. The human ships continued their silent, precise and careful maneuvers, preparing for the moment when a real strike would make the aliens realize the full scope of human skill. The alien commanders had come to show off, to boast, and to demonstrate superiority. Yet they had been outmaneuvered, outthought, and humbled without a single major attack landing from the humans. The galaxy would remember this moment. Humans were not to be underestimated, And the aliens were learning that the smallest fleet could control the largest, not through power alone, but through intelligence, courage, and unity. The alien commanders felt a ripple of unease as their sensors picked up the human ships moving closer. They were massive, powerful, and confident, but something about the humans made them pause. Zorak's voice boomed through the comms, trying to mask his growing tension. "Prepare for inspection. We will show them true power." Lyran scanned the approaching ships carefully, his eyes narrowing. "Their movement is strange. It does not follow normal patterns." Thaler scoffed. "Patterns do not matter. Our weapons and shields are superior. They will break before they even reach us." Vectra added, "Stay focused. Confidence is key. We cannot show fear." Quarn, who had been silent for some time, finally spoke. "I am not sure. Their ships? They seem to anticipate our movements." The 5 of them adjusted their positions, forming a semicircle around the approaching human fleet. Each ship gleamed in the dim starlight, reflecting confidence and raw firepower. Yet a slight tension had crept into the air. On the human side, Captain Ethan Hayes observed the alien formation calmly, his fingers moving lightly over the controls, making subtle adjustments. Commander Lily Moore leaned close, whispering, "They believe size is power. That is their mistake. We move like water flowing around them." Ethan nodded. "Exactly. Wait for the right moment, and then we show them skill is stronger than arrogance." The human fleet moved silently, each ship responding to unspoken commands and subtle signals. Small drones detached, gliding ahead of the main ships, testing alien sensors, probing shields, and reporting back in real time. The aliens noticed the drones, but Zorak waved off concern. "They are insignificant. Destroy them if you must, but do not waste energy on small prey." Lyran frowned. Something is not right. Their movements are calculated. Too precise, too smooth. No random chaos like we expected. Thaler banged his fist on the console, frustrated. "Enough hesitation. Show them the power of real ships." The alien weapons activated, glowing with lethal energy. Cannons hummed, shields flared, and the engines pulsed with force. Each commander believed that their first strike would assert dominance and intimidate the humans. Ethan and Lily watched quietly. They had expected this moment. With a gentle nod from Ethan, the human ships performed a series of sudden, sharp maneuvers that confused alien sensors. Beams of alien energy fired at empty space as the human ships twisted, dodged, and weaved between them. Zorak's eyes widened. "Impossible! How are they moving like this?" Lyran clenched his teeth. "Sensors are malfunctioning. No weapon is locking on correctly." Thalor shouted, "This cannot be! No ship can avoid our weapons." Vectra's voice was tense. "They are predicting us. Somehow." Even Quarn remained silent, though his hands trembled slightly over the controls. The human drones continued to move through the alien formation, mapping vulnerabilities without engaging in direct attack. Ethan commanded, "Observe and wait. We don't strike yet. Let them show their frustration." The aliens' frustration grew. Every maneuver the humans made seemed impossible to anticipate. Every calculation and prediction failed. Zorak growled, "They are playing with us. Focus. Concentrate on one ship at a time." Lyran shouted, "It is too late. They are everywhere at once." The human ships moved in perfect synchronization, almost as if they shared a single mind. Every dodge, every drift, every subtle shift in position kept them just out of reach of the alien fire. The 5 commanders exchanged uneasy glances, their boasting now replaced with confusion. Thaler muttered, "No species should be able to do this. No species but humans, apparently." Vectra added, "We underestimated them. Their coordination. It is beyond logic." Quarn finally spoke, voice low. "They are not like any other species we have faced. They are different." Ethan watched the growing panic across the alien fleet, his expression calm. Lily Moore whispered, "They think weapons alone can win. They are about to learn that skill and strategy matter more than size." Slowly, the humans began a series of subtle attacks, not lethal yet, but enough to test alien defenses. Small energy pulses grazed alien shields, each one revealing weak points and causing minor malfunctions. The aliens struggled to react in time. Zorak shouted, "Shields failing!" "How can this be?" Lyran scanned frantically. "Their attacks are precise, but they are small. We should not be affected." Thalor slammed his fist. "We must destroy them before this continues." Vectra's voice was tight with tension. "Too late. They are controlling the battle already. Quarn's hands flew over the console trying to stabilize his ship, but minor systems were already compromised. The human fleet moved through the formation like shadows, avoiding detection and overwhelming anticipation. Ethan gave a signal and the drones executed a perfect synchronized maneuver, hitting weak points in the alien ship's propulsion systems. The aliens' engines sputtered and flared, some briefly losing control. Lyran's voice trembled. We cannot predict them. How are they doing this? Zorak clenched his jaw, anger and fear mixing. Impossible. Nothing should survive us like this. Thalor's pride began to crack and even Vectra's confidence wavered. Quarn whispered, "We are not ready for this species." The humans' calm, strategic moves continued to disorient the aliens. Every attempt to strike or intimidate failed. Every boast made by the aliens now felt empty. Ethan finally spoke over the comms, calm and steady. "You have seen us now. Skill, teamwork, and courage matter more than size or weapons." Lily Moore added, "We did not even fight yet and you are already feeling the difference." The alien fleet floated in stunned silence, unable to believe what they were seeing. Their pride had been shaken and confusion had replaced arrogance. Zorak muttered, "They are human, but this cannot be real," Lyran admitted quietly. "We underestimated them. This is beyond anything we have faced." Thalor's voice cracked with frustration. "Our ships are unmatched, yet they move as if invincible." Vectra remained tense. "They have not attacked seriously and still. We struggle to keep up," Quarn whispered. "Humans, they are not what we thought." Across the void of space, the human ships glided forward, calm, precise, and unflinching. Ethan and Lily exchanged a glance, knowing the first real test of skill had been won. Not with weapons, but with patience, strategy, and superior coordination. The 5 alien commanders would never forget this moment. They had come to boast, to assert dominance, and yet the humans had already rewritten the rules of the encounter. The galaxy would soon learn that humans were unpredictable, intelligent, and brave beyond measure. The aliens had witnessed something new, something terrifying for them, and for the first time, they felt the weight of true power they could not understand. The alien commanders were now tense, their arrogance fading into panic as the humans continued to move with impossible precision. Zorak's hands trembled on the controls, trying to compensate for systems that seemed to fail at every turn. Lyran's jaw tightened as he scanned the human fleet, trying to find some weakness, some flaw they could exploit but found none. Thalor's fists clenched as his pride battled with the growing realization that their ships, mighty as they were not enough. Vectra's eyes darted across the displays, tracking movements that defied logic. Every ship in perfect coordination, moving faster and smoother than any prediction could allow. Quarn whispered to himself, "This is beyond comprehension. We underestimated them, and now we pay the price." The humans had begun a subtle but deadly dance around the alien ships. Small drones moved in complex patterns, testing shields, mapping weaknesses, and reporting instantly to the lead ships. Ethan Hayes stood at the bridge, calm and steady, eyes following the chaos among the aliens. Beside him, Lily Moore gave precise commands, coordinating drones and ships as if they were extensions of her own body. "They are trying to force us into mistakes," she said quietly, "but we control the flow. Let them tire themselves out." Zorak barked orders that were nearly frantic. "Focus all fire on the largest human ship. We will crush them now." The aliens' beams of energy lashed out, but the human ships twisted and weaved, slipping between fire lines like shadows. Every strike missed, every energy pulse reflected or dissipated harmlessly against shields that adapted in real time. Lyran's hands flew across his controls, trying to recalibrate targeting systems. "Our weapons are failing. Shields are weakening. How can this be?" Thalor shouted. "We are supposed to be the strongest in this sector. We cannot be outmatched by humans." Vectra's voice was tight, full of tension. "Their fleet moves as if one mind guides them. We cannot predict them." Quarn's normally calm composure was gone, replaced by fear. "They know our every move. We are in their control." The human ships moved forward, their fleet forming patterns that were beautiful and deadly at the same time. Drones darted around alien hulls, striking sensors and engines, then vanishing before retaliation could come. Ethan gave a soft command. "Pressure, not panic. Let them tire themselves. We strike where it counts." Lily Moore nodded. "Keep formation. They will reveal their weak points soon." The aliens tried to regain control, firing volleys in unison, attempting to encircle the humans, but every attempt failed. Each shot missed or was countered before it could land. Zorek's voice broke with frustration. "We are masters of war. This should not happen." Lyran pounded the console, shields dropping. "Engines failing." "What is this?" Thalor groaned. "Our pride. Our ships. It means nothing against them." Vectra's eyes widened in disbelief. "Every move we make is anticipated. Every plan is broken." Korn whispered again. "Humans. They are extraordinary. We underestimated them." The human fleet continued their careful maneuvers, striking only when necessary, but always staying in control. Ethan's calm voice reached the crew. "One step at a time. Observe, adapt, and strike precisely." Lily Moore's fingers flew across her controls, coordinating strikes that disabled alien engines and minor systems without overexposing their own fleet. The 5 alien commanders were no longer boasting. Their faces showed fear, frustration, and confusion. Zorak shouted, "This is impossible. How can they do this with such small ships?" Lyran's jaw tightened. "They move as one, as if every ship knows what the others think. We cannot break them." Thalor's pride was crumbling. "Our fleet is unmatched in firepower, yet they dominate with strategy alone." Vectra whispered, "We cannot predict them. They are beyond us." Korn's voice trembled. "We misjudged them. Humans are dangerous, and we see it now." The human fleet struck with calm precision. Drones attacked alien engines, shields flickered, and minor systems failed. The alien ships wobbled, trying to compensate. But every move the humans made was exact and coordinated. Zorak barked orders, trying to maintain control, but confusion spread quickly through the fleet. Lyran scanned frantically, trying to understand the humans' patterns, but found none. Thalor slammed his fists. "We cannot keep up." "Every attempt fails." Vectra's voice was tense. "We are being outthought at every step. This cannot be real." Korn remained silent, watching his systems fail and his pride crumble. The humans continued their approach, moving as a single unified force, slipping through gaps, probing weaknesses, and applying subtle pressure. Ethan gave a command, and the human drones executed a synchronized strike on the aliens' engines, causing minor malfunctions that spread panic. The aliens tried to regroup, forming defensive patterns, but the humans slipped through every gap, striking weak points and retreating before retaliation could occur. Zorek's hands shook as he pressed buttons frantically, trying to stabilize his ship. Lyran muttered, "Every calculation fails." "They predict everything." Thalor's voice trembled. "We are masters of war, and yet," Vectra whispered, "we are outclassed by strategy and coordination we cannot match." Korn finally spoke aloud. "Humans, they are not just skilled. They are unpredictable. That is their strength." The humans continued to move in perfect synchrony, their fleet a flowing, unstoppable force of strategy and precision. Each strike and maneuver increased tension within the alien fleet. Confidence faded, replaced by fear and doubt. Zorak whispered, "We underestimated them. This cannot be happening." Lyran admitted, "They are beyond our comprehension. Our pride means nothing here." Thalor groaned, "We are losing control." Vectra's voice shook. "They are masters of the battlefield without even fully attacking." Korn whispered again, "Humans, they are extraordinary." The human ships, calm and unflinching, continued their silent, precise movements, ready to reveal the next stage of their tactics. The 5 alien commanders had come to boast and show superiority, but they were being outmaneuvered, outthought, and humbled. The galaxy would remember this day as the moment humans proved that intelligence, coordination, and courage could surpass brute force. The aliens were witnessing something new, something terrifying, and for the first time they understood that underestimating humans was a grave mistake. The 5 alien commanders were on the edge of panic, their pride shattered and their ship struggling to stay in formation. Zorak's massive hands shook as he tried desperately to stabilize his failing systems. Lyran's eyes scanned the displays again and again, searching for any weakness in the human fleet. But each scan revealed nothing. Thalor's fists banged against the console, frustration mixing with disbelief as he realized the humans were not only surviving, they were controlling the battle. Vectra's voice was tight with tension. "Every move we make is predicted. Our strategies fail before we even execute them." Korn, usually calm and collected, whispered, "We misjudged them. They are beyond anything we have faced." On the human side, Ethan Hayes observed calmly from the bridge of his flagship. Beside him, Lily Moore gave precise, subtle commands, coordinating every ship, every drone, and every small attack as if orchestrating a symphony. "They are trying to force mistakes," she said softly. "But we remain in control. Patience will win this battle." The humans moved like water through the alien fleet, slipping between weapons fire and through gaps in their formation. Small drones darted in lightning-fast patterns, striking engines, shields, and sensor arrays, then retreating before retaliation could occur. The alien ship staggered under the pressure. Zorak shouted, "Concentrate all fire! Destroy that ship now!" But every attack missed, failing against human precision. Lyran slammed his fists. "Every system fails!" "We are being toyed with," Thalor groaned. "Our power is nothing against them." Vectra's voice shook. "They are moving as one, as if one mind controls all ships." "We cannot compete," Korn muttered. "Humans. They are extraordinary. We underestimated them." Ethan Hayes gave a quiet command. "Maintain pressure, do not expose yourselves, and wait for the right moment." Lily Moore nodded, directing drone strikes that disabled key systems on alien ships without risking their own. Engines sputtered, shields flickered, and minor malfunctions spread panic throughout the alien fleet. Zorak's voice broke with desperation. "We are losing control." "Impossible," Lyran admitted quietly. "They anticipate everything we do. Our weapons, our power, it means nothing." Thalor slammed the console. "We are masters of war, yet they outmaneuver us without even striking fully." Vectra whispered, "They control the battlefield without fighting at full strength." Quarn, shaking his head, said, "We misjudged humans. They are not what we expected." The human fleet moved with perfect coordination. Each maneuver, each strike was calculated, precise, and devastating in its subtlety. Drones struck engines and systems, causing cascading failures that the aliens struggled to repair. Zorak barked frantic orders, trying to maintain control, but confusion spread through the alien ranks. Lyran pounded the console. "Every plan is broken. Every attack fails." Thalor groaned, "Our pride is gone. We are powerless against them." Vectra's voice was tense. "They are smarter than anything we have faced." Korn whispered, "Humans, unpredictable and brilliant." Ethan gave a calm command. "Full engagement now." The human ships surged in a sudden, coordinated strike, targeting engines, shields, and weapon systems simultaneously. The alien fleet staggered as systems failed one after another. Ships spun out of control, beams misfired, and shields collapsed under the precise assault. Zorak roared in fury and fear. "Impossible! They are destroying us without even using full power." Lyran muttered, "We are outmatched." Outthought. Humiliated. Thalor's hands shook. "Our fleet, our pride. Nothing matters." Vectra whispered, "We never imagined this. Humans, they are unstoppable." Quarn could only watch in disbelief. "We underestimated them. Now we pay the price." The human fleet moved as one, striking with unrelenting precision. Drones targeted key systems, while larger ships exploited weaknesses to force the aliens into chaos. Every failed attack, every system malfunction increased alien fear. Zorak screamed orders, but nothing could restore control. Lyran tried to coordinate a counterattack. "Focus fire. Regain formation." But the humans anticipated every move, dodging, striking, and retreating in perfect unison. Thalor slammed his fists one last time. "We are defeated by humans who do not even fight fully." Vectra's voice was low, trembling. "They are beyond anything we imagined." Quarn muttered, "Humans. Extraordinary. And now we know true power lies not in size, but in skill, courage, and intelligence." Ethan Hayes and Lily Moore watched the chaos unfold, calm and precise. The humans had controlled the battle from the start, testing the aliens, striking only where necessary, and never overextending themselves. The alien fleet was in disarray, engines failing, shields broken, and command structures collapsing. Zorak's voice was almost a whisper now. How can they be humans?" Lyran nodded grimly. "We were wrong. They are beyond any enemy we expected." Thalor slumped in disbelief. "Our ships, our fleet, meaningless against them." Vectra shook. "They are unbeatable without even full effort." Quarn finally admitted, "We misjudged them. Never again will humans be underestimated." The humans held formation, calm and confident, ready to deliver the final decisive strike. The aliens, once proud and boastful, were humbled, terrified, and broken. Ethan gave the final command. "Engage. Disable the remaining systems." Drones and ships moved with flawless coordination, hitting the remaining weak points in the alien fleet. Shields collapsed entirely. Engines failed completely, and the alien ships drifted powerless in the void. Zorak, Liren, Thalor, Vectra, and Quarn could only watch as humans had rewritten the rules of engagement. The battle was over without the humans ever risking a full assault. Their skill, coordination, intelligence, and courage had been enough to dominate a fleet far larger and more powerful. The aliens' pride was shattered, their boasting silenced, and their understanding of humans forever changed. Ethan Hayes leaned back, calm and collected, while Lily Moore smiled, knowing they had proven the point to the galaxy. Humans were unpredictable, fearless, and unbeatable when working together. The 5 alien commanders, humbled and silent, would carry this lesson forever. Humans had shown that true strength was not in weapons or size, but in intelligence, skill, and courage. The galaxy would never forget the day when 5 proud alien commanders boasted about their battleships, until they witnessed what humans could do. The 5 alien commanders were beginning to feel the full weight of the human superiority. Zorak's massive hands shook slightly as he tried to recalibrate his weapons and shields. Liren's eyes darted across the displays, searching desperately for any weakness in the humans' formations, yet finding nothing. Thalor gritted his teeth, pride and frustration battling within him as he realized the humans were not just surviving. They were controlling the pace of the battle. Vectra's voice was tight with tension. "We cannot predict them. Every move we make is anticipated, every strategy countered." Quarn whispered, his usually calm tone filled with disbelief. "They are not like anything we have faced. This is beyond comprehension." The humans, led by Captain Ethan Hayes and Commander Lily Moore, were moving their fleet in perfect synchronization. Their ships darted through gaps in alien formations, while small drones struck at engines, shields, and weapon systems with precision. The aliens' massive beams of energy missed repeatedly, cutting through empty space or harmlessly reflecting off adaptive shields. Zorak shouted orders, but the more he commanded, the less control he had. "Concentrate fire! Destroy that ship now!" he bellowed. But the humans anticipated his commands and slipped through his firing lines. Liren slammed a fist on the console, frustration boiling over. "We are being toyed with. Every system fails against them." Thalor's voice trembled with anger. "How is this possible? They are smaller, weaker, and yet they dominate." Vectra pressed buttons and switches frantically, trying to regain control. But each move the humans made countered her every effort. Quarn muttered, "They do not rely on size or weapons alone. They are coordinated, clever, and fearless." Ethan Hayes watched the confusion unfold, calm as ever. Lily Moore leaned over her console, giving subtle commands to coordinate drone attacks and fleet movements. "They are trying to force mistakes," she said softly, "but we control the battle. Patience will win this." The humans moved as a single, unified force flowing through the alien fleet, striking only where necessary, always staying out of reach of retaliatory fire. Small drones darted like lightning, disabling engines, short-circuiting shields, and probing weak points with surgical precision. The aliens were forced into defensive patterns that were constantly disrupted by the humans' unpredictable maneuvers. Zorak's voice cracked with frustration. "Shields dropping. Engines failing. How is this happening?" Liren muttered, "We are masters of war, yet they anticipate our every move. This cannot be real." Thalor banged the console again. "Every plan we make is broken. Every attack fails." Vectra's eyes widened in disbelief. "They are moving as one, a single mind guiding every ship." "We cannot compete," Quarn whispered. "We underestimated humans. We thought them small and weak, but they are extraordinary." The humans continued their methodical approach, moving faster, striking precisely, and retreating before the aliens could respond. Ethan gave a simple command, and the drones executed a synchronized maneuver, hitting engines and systems across multiple ships at once. The alien ships staggered, struggling to maintain formation, while panic spread quietly among the commanders. Zorak muttered, "We are losing control. How can small ships do this?" Liren admitted quietly, "Our power means nothing against them. They are too smart, too fast, too coordinated." Thalor's pride cracked. "We are masters of war, yet we are outmaneuvered by humans," Vectra whispered. "They are not just strong, they are unpredictable and fearless." "This is new." Quarn's voice was low. "We misjudged them, and now we see the consequences." The humans struck again, carefully and deliberately, Each movement of the fleet was calculated, keeping the aliens off balance. Small strikes disabled minor systems, causing cascading problems that the aliens struggled to repair. Zorak's voice rose in desperation. "Focus all fire! Do not let them continue." Liren tried to rally the fleet. "We must hold formation, concentrate fire, overwhelm them." Thalor's fists pounded the console. "We cannot hit them. Every strike fails." Vectra's breathing was quick, tense. "We are being controlled without them firing fully." Korn remained silent, eyes wide at the display of human strategy. Ethan observed the alien panic and gave a calm order. "Maintain pressure, do not expose ourselves. Wait for the right moment." Lily Moore coordinated another wave of drone strikes targeting shields, engines, and minor weapon systems. The aliens staggered again, engines flickering, shields weakening, and coordination breaking down. Zorak yelled, "Impossible! We are supposed to dominate, yet they control everything." Liren's face was pale. "We underestimated them. Every move we make fails." Thalor groaned. "Our pride. Our fleet. We are powerless against them." Vectra's voice shook. "They are beyond any enemy we have faced. Unpredictable, precise, unyielding." Korn whispered. "Humans. They are extraordinary. We cannot match them." The human fleet continued their flow, striking only where needed, retreating, and always moving as a single unit. The alien commanders were exhausted, frustrated, and confused. Every attack failed. Every defensive tactic was countered. Every boast had been silenced by humans who had not yet launched their full assault. Ethan finally spoke to his crew, calm and confident. "They are tiring. We wait until they are overextended. Then we hit with full force." Lily Moore added, "Patience, timing, and precision will win the day." The aliens tried to regroup, forming defensive circles and tightening their formations, but the humans moved through every gap, exploiting weaknesses, testing shields, and maintaining unpredictability. Zorak's hands flew over his controls, trying to stabilize his ship. Shields flickering, engines failing. "How can this be?" Liren muttered. "We are losing. Not by firepower, but by skill we cannot comprehend." Thalor slammed the console. "We are masters, yet we are outmaneuvered by humans." Vectra's voice was tense. "They control the battlefield without even fully attacking." Korn whispered, "We misjudge them. Humans are not what we expected." The human fleet continued to flow like a single entity, their movements smooth, precise, and relentless. Each strike and retreat was calculated, causing frustration and fear among the aliens. Every attempt by the 5 commanders to regain control failed. Zorak muttered again, "We underestimated them. This is different." Liren admitted quietly, "They are beyond our understanding." "Our weapons mean nothing," Thalor groaned. "We are being humiliated by humans without them even striking fully." Vectra's eyes widened in disbelief. "They are masters of strategy we cannot comprehend." Korn whispered once more, "Humans. Extraordinary and unpredictable." The humans, calm and controlled, continued their subtle but devastating maneuvers, preparing for the final moment when a full strike would show the aliens the true power of intelligence, coordination, and courage. The 5 commanders had come to boast, to dominate, and to show their superiority. Instead, they were humiliated, outthought, and humbled by humans who had shown that size and weapons alone could not guarantee victory. The galaxy would remember this day, not for the aliens' power, but for the human skill, strategy, and unbreakable spirit.